Today we're going to be talking about YouTube video lighting and how it can drastically transform a shot from looking like this into this. What's going on, crew? Welcome to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Nate and these are my filmmaking tutorials. Today's topic, as you know, is lighting. Now, lighting is probably my favorite part of the filmmaking process because you can just add so much to the look and feel of a shot through lighting alone. It doesn't matter what camera you use or what kind of filters or color grading you do, lighting will always play a vital role in the final image. So, without further ado, let's get ready and let's up your lighting game. The first thing I'm doing when I'm filming in either a location or in my studio is to turn off all the lights, turn off any overheads, close any curtains, because we're going to be using our own lights and we want to start off with a blank slate. So now that I'm here sitting in the dark, let's turn on some lights. The first light I'm going to be turning on is my key light. The key light is our main source of light that's going to be hitting our subject, me in this case. I typically like to place this next to the camera, about a 45-degree angle. Now, I don't want to put this light too far off to one side or else I'm going to get way too much shadow on the other side of my face. And one way we can get a more even coverage is by using something like a softbox. This is going to diffuse the light and create a softer light that can wrap around my face to get a more even, softer coverage. Here's an example of harsh light versus soft lighting with a softbox. Definitely with key lights, I prefer a softer quality of light. So now that this first light is in place, it already looks way better. This key light is making me the brightest part of the image, so naturally your eyes are going to be drawn to me. Whereas before, the walls were a bit brighter than me and it became a little distracting. So now it is time to add our second light. And to do this, I'm going to use a hair light. A hair light is going to be a small little light that I'm going to place behind me to help create a little outline so you can see the back of my head and get some shape. So this is going to help separate me from the background and is going to give some depth to the shot. So now with the hair light on, you can definitely see more of an outline and it's giving my face a little bit more shape and dimension. And again, it's removing me from the background, so I feel a little bit more separated. A little tip from me about hair lights, you want to make sure you turn the brightness down because you want to give a subtle look. You definitely don't want this hair light to be screaming at you and overexposing the side of your face. You just want to know it's there and it's giving a little shape and dimension. Oh my gosh, this is already looking so much better, but you may have noticed that the background and the walls are just a little bit too dark, and you may want to brighten this up a little bit. So we're going to use a couple more lights to add some mood to that background. For your background lights, you can use just about anything. You can use a lamp from around your house, you can use fairy lights, just anything that will add a little bit of brightness to the back wall and add some interest without feeling too distracting. However, for this shot, I think I'm going to have a little bit of fun and use my RGB lights to add some color to the background. So for my first RGB light, I decided to set it to an orange light and I had it hit this plant in the background just so that way it's highlighted. And for my second RGB light, I set it to a completely different color so that way the background is not just one color. I set this to a pink and I turned the brightness till it looks just about good. Again, it's like the same thing with the hair light. Just because your lights can go to 100% doesn't mean you have to. In this case, both of these RGB lights are set to around 10% brightness. One last thing we can do to improve the shot is to do a color grade. This really takes your footage the extra mile. What do you guys think? Let's take a look at the before and the after. Oh my gosh, I think this looks absolutely great. This definitely gives you a really cool YouTube studio look, despite the fact that I'm shooting this in my bedroom. So if you want to learn how to do some color grading, check out this tutorial right up here. Or if you're more interested in improving your audio quality, check out this video. That wraps up this video. Peace out.